What's up, guys? This is just a contest entry again, to jackrippzz. I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. It's Jack, R-I-P-P-Z-Z. I'm just gonna say jackrippzz, but, yeah, this is a contest entry, I don't even know what the hell I just said. Yeah, so, what I am told to do is I am told to, answer a series of questions. I have some DVDs here. I'm told to answer a series of questions where, and then I'm in the contest pretty much, but, so yeah. First question he asks is, if some random newer horror fan unfamiliar with lower budget classics or less commonly known horror films asked you to suggest something for them to watch to get them more familiar with the subgenre, what movie would you suggest to them and why? Well, this is an all-time favorite to me. It's Hatchet. Okay, Hatchet is one of the best modern horror movies of all time, in my opinion. This came out in 2006. It's definitely one of my favorite horror films of the 2000s. Such a great, classic, funny, gory, graphic horror movie. It's just, I love this movie. It's definitely one of my favorites. But, yeah, some guy just came up to me and said, like, hey, I noticed you liked horror movies. I'm starting to get into the genre a little bit. What would you suggest to me? This is definitely, gonna be suggested. Great movie. I loved it. This actually kind of got me into horror as well, so I think this is a very good pick. And, along with its sequel, Hatchet 2. But, yeah, so Hatchet, definitely, my answer for that. Okay, number 2. If you were making a slasher and you had complete creative control over it, who would your villain be? How would they look? How would they act? How would they carry out their carnage? As many of my subscribers know, I am an author, kind of. I write horror novels. I love to read. I love to, I make up stories, and there is actually one story, that involves, like, a killer or a slasher. It's one of my stories. It's originally called Jack, but I'm thinking about changing the name. Jack is the name of the serial killer in my story. What it's about, it's a super, super long story of mine. I'm actually gonna have to write this and, put it on the internet somewhere so people can read it, but, I also kind of want to get something published as well, but this book, Jack, it's about... Okay, so basically what my story, Jack, is about, it's about, like, how Halloween came to be. Like, there are so many versions of why we celebrate Halloween. Nobody really knows why we celebrate Halloween. We just do. For some reason, we dress up. Kids get candy. We don't know why. There's so many different versions and stories of it. This story is pretty much my version. Some made-up story that I made. Takes place in, I can't really, I'm gonna have to do some research, but I think it's the 17th or 18th century where this film would, or, I keep saying film, book would take place. It's about some guy out in the streets, not in the streets, but he lives in this, sort of small town where, and it's October 31st, Halloween, this is about how Halloween came to be, so Halloween's not yet existed, but this guy, he accidentally kills somebody, so the townsmen go crazy, and they, shoot him, and they cut off his head, because nobody really likes this guy, and, so yeah, what this guy created before he, accidentally killed this one man was a jack-o'-lantern. Now, his name was originally Jack in the book, but I'm thinking about changing it. But he created like the jack-o'-lantern where you carve the face into the pumpkin. So yeah, his head got cut off, but the jack-o'-lantern, a demon from hell arises into that jack-o'-lantern, kind of like puts it as a head on him and like possesses his body. So the demon's pretty much using his body to kill people. So what this guy does is he goes around house to house just chopping people up, slashing them with at first he uses like random weapons he finds in their houses, but later on he has an original weapon. It's a scythe, and how do you say that? It's like Syche. You know what I'm talking about, like the Grim Reaper thing. Yeah, so he just slashes people up. Towards the end of the book, he takes his weapon and he slams it into the ground where the ground shakes and it creates this big crack across the entire town, and the ground just sort of like separates like this. And all these ghouls, demons, and stuff just come onto the earth. They possess things, or causing such a rampage, or like it's chaos. But eventually somebody kills Jack, so it cuts off his head, and the thing closes because Jack the demon who created all this mess is now dead. But since the ground is closed, all the demons are stuck up on Earth. So what kind of happens is that the demons are still on Earth today. That's like the story of how Halloween began. Just a bunch of ghosts arise on Earth, and they're still on Earth today, and people don't know about it. That's just kind of like my version of the story, but I was getting really off topic there. Yeah, it's just a story about a guy who carries this weapon around, slashing, cutting off people's limbs. He has a pumpkin head. It sounds really cheesy, but I don't know. I'm confident with it. So, wow, that was a long answer. I'm so sorry if I bored you. But yeah. So number 3, name a director that is known for a certain movie but has directed one that you like better, but the movie you like isn't talked about as much, if at all. Who is the director and what is the movie you like better than the one he is known for? I'm not gonna lie to you, I did have a really hard time thinking this one through. I know there's certain directors out there that that are very well known for a movie, but I think a movie is better than the movie that is known for. Yeah, I really couldn't like think this one through, but I do have an answer. It's Dead Silence. James Wan directed this. I believe he did. Yeah. James Wan directed this. James Wan did the Saw franchise, Insidious, so he's more known for those films, and this movie kind of just came and went. Like, nobody really knows about it anymore, but I love this movie. Yeah, I think this is a great creepy movie about like puppets and all that. Yeah, that's my suggestion, but I mean, I know there's so much more out there, but this is the only one I could think of right now, so sorry for that one, but yeah. Alright, question 4. Name one franchise and or movie that you wish would have never been made. You hate it so much that you wish it had never seen the light of the day. What is that movie franchise and why do you hate it? To be honest, I don't think there's ever a franchise that I actually hated. There are movies that I've hated before. So, not necessarily franchise, but there is a movie that I hated so much that I just wanted to shoot myself. I do not own that movie, obviously, because I hate it so much. That is Yoli Lomel's Zombie Nation. I don't know if any of you have heard of it. It's a very low-budget horror movie. Yuli Lomel, he did the Boogeyman series, which was not the newer one, but it was made back in the 80s. Yeah, this movie is very kind of new. I believe it's 2004. It's called Zombie Nation, and it is the worst piece of crap I have ever seen in my life. I absolutely hate it with all my hearts, and please do not check this movie out or look it up. It currently has like a 1.7 on IMDb, so it's pretty bad. The makeup, the acting, everything about it is horrible. But yeah. I also didn't like The Mailman, which was also made in 2004. That was crap. But yeah, there you go. Alright, last question. What is one movie that you love so much that every time you watch it, you wish it could be as if you had never seen the movie and was watching it for the very first time again? There is actually a couple movies that I love so much. I had such a great time watching it that I wish I could just tell or wish that I was watching that movie again. The first one, this is a very good movie in my opinion. This just came out as The Cabin in the Woods. I saw this in theaters, not expecting too much. I just thought it was some ordinary modern horror movie, but this movie, dude, it's amazing. I loved it, and I wasn't expecting the twist at the end, so, you know, the whole sequence at the very ending. I love this film so much. If you have not seen this movie, please check it out, but if you have, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's such a great ending, great movie overall. I absolutely love this. I had probably, quite possibly, the best experience in a movie theater watching this movie. But yeah, it's really great. But that's probably my number one pick. My number two pick would be The Woman in Black, starring Daniel Radcliffe. This also just came out recently. I had a great time watching this in the theater as well. It was very loud, very scary, and a lot of jump scares, so I had a great time watching this, and I really wish I could go back and watch it again for the first time, because it's that good. Alright, that is it. Yeah, those are the 5 questions that I have answered, and, sorry if, I know, I was trying, these are all, hang on. These are all, like, recent horror movies made in, like, the 2000s. I was trying to pick movies from, like, the 70s and 80s and 90s, but I really couldn't think of any. I know you're a big, like, 70s, 80s slasher kind of guy, but, I really couldn't find any, or couldn't really think of anything that was, you know, in that kind of thing, but, so these are all that I thought about, but yeah, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, and good luck to whoever enters the contest. I am also told to give a shout out to a subscriber at the end of this video who needs more subscribers. And, let's see. That one subscriber, or not subscriber, that one channel that I'm going to give a shout out to is Brian Gatto. He is a YouTuber, or a reviewer on YouTube. He makes some great horror movie reviews, so please check out his channel. I will put his link down in the description below. And, yeah, that's it. So, thank you guys for watching. Awesome contest. That Straight Trash thing looks awesome. Psycho Blu-ray looks awesome. The Psycho action figure looks awesome. It's all awesome. I do know your Psycho stuff is for second place only, though, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.